Alright guys, welcome back into the channel. If you are new, thank you for stopping in. So you can tell from that time lapse we are working on the 98 again. We are taking the headers loose, replacing the gasket. I've been chasing this exhaust leak for quite some time now, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. I'm tired of listening to it in the cab. So at first I thought it was the header collector piece, because I had like the 3 triangle bolt flange style. We got rid of it. They are junk in my opinion. Some guys, oh, they're not bad if you run this gasket or that gasket. Well, we did away with them. We're doing the Headman. Well, we did the Headman ball and socket style. And basically, it's just how it sounds. You have, say, your part A and then the other part B. And it basically is like your shoulder socket. And then you have the bolts that hold it together. So if you're not 100% straight, square, lined up, it doesn't matter because it can pivot some, which is fantastic. And it's nice and easy to take off. You don't have to worry about the bolts getting all rusty and seized up in that, like the 3 style bolt flange. But we are finally to the gasket portion of hopefully fixing our issue. It sounds like a 5.4 Triton motor just about to blow up, and it drives me absolutely nuts. Nothing against you Ford owners, the 5.4s just suck. So I'm tired of listening to it. We're getting around to changing it. I had these headers put on probably 4 or 5 years ago, and well, the bolts came out really easy. Bad thing is well, how the headers run, it's kind of a pain to get to the bolts, so I had to take them off with a wrench. Every single one of them came out with the wrench. So I think the game plan is I'm gonna get like the header studs where you put the stud in and then you have the nut that goes on. I think that's what I'm gonna go to eliminate ever having to take them off with a 7/16 wrench again. But I'm gonna run to the parts store, see what I can find. I have the gaskets already, they're over on the bench, but for bolts or something, studs, I'm gonna hopefully find something different. But yeah, let's go ahead and get everything put back together. All right guys, I don't know how much of that you can actually see down in there, but we got to the new gasket in. All the bolts are back in nice and tight. We're gonna put the spark plug wires back on, and hopefully this thing doesn't sound like a 5.4 Triton when I start it up. Like I said, it was double gasketed. Here they are. This one's got a little bend. I don't know if you guys actually be able to see it, but there's a little crease there, and then it's frayed on the bottom side. So a lot of guys run double gaskets just for the added protection, but with the gasket, that's just another surface that you have to seal. So I guess I'm just gonna run single on this side for now. Hopefully it doesn't blow out or anything. But what my father-in-law was saying, what he does, he actually gets, these technically are like the header style. He'll get the manifold style gaskets, which I guess I could technically do this with too. We could cut it in half, if you guys can see it, cut it in half right here. And then your outside bolt hole on the back, and then the front one, and just kind of slip over and hang on. Which we could technically do that because I could drill or cut this out. And then if we have an issue, I can just back the front 2 bolts out and take this new gasket and drop it down into place without backing it all the way off again and getting all our bolt holes lined up, which would probably save a bunch of time. So I think I might end up doing that, just cutting it here and eliminating this centerpiece. And then same thing back here, and then wallering out these holes, so then you can just kind of slip it over the bolts and be good to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the spark plugs thrown back on, get everything tightened back up. I got the spark plug wire separators. I'm gonna pop on here, and then yeah, we're gonna start it up, and hopefully it don't sound like a 5.4 Triton and like it's gonna blow up. So we shall see. guys, so I believe we got it fixed a little bit better. I started it up and we still have a little bit of puff of smoke coming from down in the back. I don't know if we got a small hole started in the header or if it's where the weld's not 100% around the top of the new collector piece. But I think the gasket's all good to go. I kind of ran my hand across the top and around the bottom. I didn't feel anything coming around where the gasket itself was. So I think we're good there. I might get some more of the fiberglass header wrap and wrap it around the weld just to see if that helps muffle it a little bit, to see if that is our issue. And like I said, these are like $120 headers off of Jegs back in like, 4 or 5 years ago. I might eventually upgrade to some nicer ones. But for now, it's good. It's not as loud and annoying. I'd like to upgrade to a cleaner air box and actually have the box over here again. But we do have mud flaps coming for it, some actual good mud flaps. I reached out to a company. They are sending me some. So we're going to have a video on those. But that's going to do it for now, guys. Like I said, the main goal was just to kind of fix that exhaust leak. And I think we did that to a certain extent. Next part, just going to be putting the front end together. I have the new bumper over here. I believe I tracked down an OEM grill. Hopefully we can get it painted and then kind of get everything mocked up. I was running into some issues with the front end. I don't know if the truck was wrecked before I got it, but it's kind of just tweaked a little bit. Dad and I kind of measured all our bumper mounting points and everything seems to be somewhat symmetrical. I don't know if just the cheaper bumper, I kind of wallered out the holes to have some slotted movement and stuff. But when we put it up, we sit kind of low on this side versus the other side. We have I would call it like a factory gap and nice fitment. Like I said, I don't know if one of the bumper bracket horns here is bent a little bit and out of whack or what is causing our issue. I might try when I go to get the grill. I know the guy's got a bumper on the truck, so I might see if I can rob the bumper, I call them horns here, and at least change that one and the one on the outside to see if that helps anything. But yeah, that's gonna do it. But remember, learning as I do, doing I love. I'm the GM man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.